We're on the bus this morning, just heading out from Ushuaia in the very far south of Argentina. Today's destination is a place called Punta Arenas in Chile, so we'll be crossing the border. It's scheduled to take us 12 hours, so we're setting off really early. It's nice just to see the harbour in Ushuaia one last time as we head out. We're actually heading out of Ushuaia eastwards, past these commercial docks, even though Punta Arenas is to the northwest. That's because the national park's in the other direction, the one that we went hiking in. The only road out of Ushuaia heads east and then bends up towards the north, along the Atlantic coast. Ben's catching up on a little sleep. I think I might do the same, because the scenery is a little less interesting now as we head along the coast. Well, we've arrived at the border. I guess we've been going about 6 hours or so, but we've both had a good kip. More guanacos. We've been seeing a lot of them on this trip. It's still heading north, and the landscape is still pretty flat and not terribly interesting. We've arrived at the ferry port. Ushuaia is basically on one really big island, and to get across to Punta Arenas we need to cross the Magellan Straits. We've come to the very narrowest point where we can cross, which is at Puerto Progreso. It's the northernmost tip of the island. You can actually see the other side from here. There's just one minor issue. It's too windy, so they've suspended the ferry service. No one's moving, so I guess that means that they think the ferry service will resume a bit later on, but how much later, we have no idea. Yay, the ferry's working again. I'm so happy. We've been sat here about 5 hours. It's almost 9 p.m. already. I am grateful they waited until it was safe, though. It's one of these roll on, roll off, roll over ferries. And the sun's just setting. And even though the wind has died down, there's still quite a swell. Well, the crossing was super quick in the end, and it's only a couple of hours on the bus now to Punta Arenas. But as the light's fading, I'll leave it there for now and pick up again in the morning. Well, we've had a very lazy start this morning. We've just had breakfast in the Be Happy Cafe to our left, which was really good. We're only staying across the road. Hostel over there. We're just going to have a little wander around Punta Arenas this morning. I've got to get a SIM card, and we're just interested to see what the town's like, really. Punta Arenas also sits on the Magellan Straits, which is the water we crossed last night. Before the Panama Canal was built, ships sailing between the Pacific and Atlantic would come through here. This was a key port at that time. We're in the main square, and this statue up ahead is of Ferdinand Magellan, who discovered the Strait of Magellan. He led the first expedition to successfully circumnavigate the globe and came to the Straits of Magellan in 1520, where we crossed the water in the ferry last night. It's only 2 kilometres wide, but it is known for its unpredictable winds and currents. There's quite a lot of marine wildlife here as well. There are whales that come through here, and quite a few sections are protected. There's also sea lions and penguins and lots of different types of seabirds around here. The winds are still a little bit too strong to get a boat.
Moved on to a pizza restaurant.
There's a wood-fired oven in the back there. And the views are fantastic, so it should be good. We flew to Puerto Montt this morning, which is the start of the Chilean Lake District. As you can see, we've hired a car, and the idea is to do a little road trip with a few stops up towards Conception, which is Chile's second largest city. Having the car just means that we can get to much more remote locations and do lots of hiking. Our first stop is here in Puerto Varas. We're going to stay here for a few days, explore the local area. The town is set on this enormous lake, Lake Lanquihue. It's quite a nice beach here too, quite large. These are very handsome looking gulls. They're Andean gulls. Very noisy too. These birds are really noisy too. They're buff-necked ibis. I think they're all just roosting in this tree. There's absolutely loads of them in this area. Anyway, enough of exploring. I think might be drinks o'clock.
Cheers.
It's quite a nice little town, fairly touristy, but that's okay. It's a gorgeous sunny day today, and we're off hiking. It's about an hour's drive in a northeasterly direction. Wow, that's a stunning view. That's Volcano Osorno. Seems like you have to come to a national park if you want to do some hiking here in Chile, so that's where we're headed. It's a place called Petrohue. Oh, this is really pretty. All these little yellow flowers are gorgeous. The colours just really pop. The bright blue sky and that white volcano and then these bright yellow flowers. It really is gorgeous. The soil crunching beneath our feet is from the last volcanic eruption. It's weathered somewhat, but it's still quite gravelly. The last eruption from this volcano was in 1869, but it is still considered active. Apparently Charles Darwin once witnessed the eruption of this volcano from the Beagle, the ship he was on at the time. Led him to wonder whether there was a connection between different volcanoes erupting around the same time. Just change directions. We're heading down towards this big lake, which is called Lago Todos los Santos, or All Saints Lake. Like most of the lakes in this area, it's been created through a combination of glacial and volcanic activity. The water looks really clean. I guess because it's in the national park, it's somewhat protected. We're not too far from where we started now. This really has been a stunningly beautiful walk. We're just making a quick stop on the way back at this mirador overlooking these rapids. It's pretty impressive water actually. This is the Petrohue River. We're only a few kilometres away from the lake that we were walking around earlier. This spot is quite a big visitor attraction. There's lots of people here. You do have to pay to get in. There's a short but pleasant trail through the woods, so we thought we'd just do that as well. Why not? This is still all part of the national park. The water's so crystal clear, it's lovely to see the fish. Well, this really is quite a cool place. I'm very glad we stopped off here. But it is only quite small and I think we've seen it all, so time to head back. Just coming back into Puerto Varas now, and it seems like the whole town is out enjoying the lake this afternoon. It's pretty hot now, must be mid-20s. See, there's even a few people swimming actually. I expect the water's pretty chilly. Full of meltwater from the mountains around here. We've come out hiking again this morning. It's not as hot today, it's a bit more overcast, but fine for hiking. This is the Rio Blanco or White River waterfall. We're southeast of Puerto Varas here, on the edge of another national park. Well, today's walk has been nice, but nowhere near as stunning as yesterday's walk. Still, it's nice to take in the variety of the landscapes around here. We're heading off to our next destination this morning, which is quite close to a place called Bucon. Bucon is about 4 hours, pretty much due north of here. It's just nestled on the western edge of the Andes. It's still in the Chilean Lake District area. We're just starting to see a few pretty impressive mountains now. We've just passed Bucon and now we're on this dirt road. I think the place we're staying on is actually on this road, but it goes on for quite a way. Extremely pretty around here though. They don't seem bothered by the car at all. They're certainly not in a hurry. I wonder if they've just escaped their field. Fields all do seem to have fencing around here. And here we are. Got 3 nights here. Oh wow, it does look so cool. A little cabin in the woods. This is the view from the little balcony out front. Let me show you inside. I should say we stopped to pick up provisions because, as you can tell, this really is pretty much in the middle of nowhere. Our host seems so nice. He's come in and lit the fire for us. It is a little bit chilly. It's got a decent kitchen and a little mezzanine bedroom upstairs. It really is a very cool place. And it's got a bit of a decking area out back as well. And then just woods behind. I absolutely love it. We don't really fancy driving anywhere today, so we're just going to have a little wander back up the road that we came in on yesterday. It really is just so pretty around here, and apparently there's a little lake that we can walk down to. Guess it's late spring now and all the flowers are just coming into bloom. It's lovely. Everything just looks so green and lush as well. I guess this area gets loads of rainfall and probably the winters are a little bit miserable, but it's absolutely glorious today.
It's pumice.
The volcano.
It seems like pumice is a good material for birds to build a nest in. This is the lake we thought we'd come to. We're just trying to see if we can get down to it. These are quite striking birds. They're called ashy-headed geese. Quite a few of them around. We've also been watching a few birds of prey overhead. I'm not quite sure what type these are. Just too far away for me to see clearly. I think we're going to have to give up on accessing the lake. We just can't find a way down. It's been a nice walk anyway.
These are pretty cool chairs, aren't they?
Yep. Cheers.
Cheers.
We're driving to a nearby nature reserve this morning for more hiking. It's another glorious morning. Not a cloud in the sky. It's predicted to get up to 26 degrees today, so it's not super hot. Very pleasant. It looks like this is quite a popular place to come. There are a lot of cars in the car park. Looks like it's going to be a really pretty walk already. So it's about a 12k walk up some lakes at the top of this little mountain. It's just out and back. It's nice and cool in the shade of the trees, which is good because obviously it's going to be uphill all the way up to the lakes. Oh, such pretty white orchids. Well, we've reached the first viewpoint. I guess we must have been walking about an hour already. Wow, that is a stunning view. I think that volcano is called Sollipuli. As we've been stood here admiring the view, we've been hearing this woodpecker and we've just spotted him with his red head. It's really going for it. We have been seeing and chatting to quite a few people on the trail, mostly tourists and quite a few Europeans.
Yeah. Well, other than the people. Yeah.
Well, this is a tarantula. Doesn't seem very interested in us, it's just minding its own business. We've reached the second viewpoint, also pretty spectacular. I'm really enjoying this trail. It's just steadily climbing, not too steep, and nice and shady under the trees. This looks just like holly, but apparently it's Chilean or mock holly. I think we've been walking a little over 2 hours now, and this is the first of 3 lakes that we should be seeing on this walk. So pretty, it really is just beautiful. Ben's been taking quite a few photos, which is great. One of the kind of iconic species in this area is the monkey puzzle tree. And they must live at slightly higher altitudes because we're just starting to reach the zone where we can see some. Sadly, these monkey puzzle trees are highly threatened now due to logging and grazing and also wildfires. It's cool to see them here though. Oh, we've reached the final lake on our walk today. I think the path does go a little bit further. We might actually be able to walk around the lake a bit. I think we've probably come as far as we want to come today. We'll just have a little bit of a rest and take in the view before we start heading back again. It is called the Three Lakes Walk, but I think this is only the second we've seen. Still, it doesn't really matter. But who was more surprised, him or me? It certainly moved at quite a pace. Well, we're almost back at the car park now. It's been just a gorgeous walk today. I've really loved it. I think we've been walking 5, maybe even 6 hours. So I'm feeling a bit tired. But it's just been absolutely wonderful today. We're heading off on the next leg of our journey this morning. Our destination is only about 100 miles north of where we are now. We have to take rather a long route around to get there. We've got to loop around to the west and away from the Andes before we can head north. We're just passing through the town of Villarrica at the moment. This is quite a big tourist destination too. I think they ran out of ideas for names because the lake is also called Villarrica, as is the volcano. It's about a 3-hour drive today. We just need to make a stop at the grocery store because we're staying in the middle of nowhere again. We're nearly there now. We've just got to meet our host at a viewpoint, because the cabin where we're staying is quite difficult to find, apparently. Well, this is a cool viewpoint. You can see the Lima volcano in the distance. It's one of the most active volcanoes in Chile, apparently. This lava is from the last major eruption, which was in 1994. There have been a few smaller eruptions since then. So just following our host. Apparently our cabin's only about 10 minutes away. I think he lives there as well. And here we are. That's our cabin to the left up the hillside. Looks very cool. This is just such an amazing spot.
Good driving today, Ben. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'll just show you inside. It's fairly small, but got everything that we need. We're only here for a couple of nights. This is just an amazing balcony, such a cool view. It's a gorgeous morning this morning, and we're not going to do loads today. There's a lake not very far from here. We thought we'd just potter down there. Made some sandwiches for a picnic lunch. And we've packed our Kindles. My host gave us rough directions for getting there last night. So as long as we've got GPS, we'll be fine, which we do. So here's hoping. This lava flow must also be from the Lima volcano. There's another stunning view of it from here. Such a beautiful area, it really is. We can see the lake, now we just need to find a way to get down to it. Well, there was a bit of toing and froing to get here, but we have found it, and wow, it is just stunning. Really tranquil spot. I'm just gonna chill here for a while. It is sunny, but there's a nice gentle breeze from the lake, so it's not too hot. I'm just enjoying watching the ducks pottering about on the lake. These ducks are a local species called lake duck. Not very good at coming up with original names. I'm pretty sure this is an otter. I just saw it push off from the shore. It's making its way across to the other side of the lake. It's so cool to see this. It's a really chilled, enjoyable way to spend a couple of hours. We're going to head back to the cabin now. Well, it's such a beautiful spot. I really could have stayed a lot longer, but sadly we've got to head off again today. We're driving to Conception, which is Chile's second largest city. Got to drop the car off. We've been passing loads of these logging trucks. Forestry is a really big industry here. It represents 14% of Chile's exports. It's mainly pine and eucalyptus plantations. Well, this is Conception. We're at the airport, so we can drop the hire car back. And we'll just get a taxi down to our hotel.
It's a restaurant tonight, and we've really got into this Caminere bread. Tasty, isn't it?
It's very nice.
Oh. Well, anyway, cheers.
Salut.
So we're off to Santiago this morning. We've got front row seats on the bus. Starting to pass quite a few vineyards. The whole area around Santiago, these various wine regions. We're just coming into Santiago now. It's not been a terribly interesting journey, to be honest, all on motorways. It's been about 6 hours. We're almost there now. Now to find our Airbnb. I have to say, this is a really pretty area. It's lovely to see all the jacaranda trees in bloom. It's so pretty. This area of the city is called La Esteria. Our Airbnb is in a block of flats just above this area of restaurants and bars.
Well, cheers. As these bars are right on our doorstep, it'd be rude not to test them out right away, wouldn't it? Nice little spot.
Well, we're going to leave it there for this video. Show you more of the city in the next one. Bye for now.